The whisper did not come from outside my door. It came from inside my head. That was the night the village went silent. I was 16 when it happened. Old enough to understand fear. Too young to understand guilt. It was during the New Yam festival in our village in eastern Nigeria. The drums were loud that night. Masquerades danced in the open square. Palm wine was flowing. Everyone was laughing. Her name was Amara. She was 14. She wore a yellow wrapper that night. She once told me yellow makes her feel brave. She disappeared before midnight. At first, nobody noticed. The festival was crowded. Children ran everywhere. Fires burned in different corners. People assumed she had gone home. But by morning, her mother was crying in the middle of the village. We searched the farms. We searched near the stream. We checked the old school building. Nothing. Then someone said they saw her arguing with Chief Okeke's son. Near the back of the shrine. And just like that, the village went quiet. Chief Okeke was the most powerful man in the village. He owned half the land. He settled disputes. He decided who received help and who did not. His son, Chinedu, was known for trouble. He drank too much. He liked to fight. I saw Amara that night. I saw her walk behind the shrine. I also saw Chinedu follow her. I did not see what happened next. But I heard something. A short scream. Then, nothing. I told myself it was part of the festival. Someone joking. Someone drunk. The next day, when people whispered about the argument, I kept quiet. Others kept quiet too. One old man said, "Do not bring trouble to this village." Another said, "Let us not accuse without proof." Chief Okeke stood in the square and said, "Spirits sometimes take what belongs to them." And that was it. Searches stopped after 3 days. Life moved on. But something changed. At night, the village became too quiet. No late talking. No soft music from radios. Even the dogs barked less. People avoided the back of the shrine. 2 weeks later, heavy rain came. The kind that floods the red soil and carries things with it. That was when they found her. Behind the shrine. Half covered by mud. I will not describe it. I still see it when I close my eyes. The whole village gathered. Nobody spoke. Chief Okeke said it was ritual killers from outside. Some people nodded. Nobody mentioned his son. Chinedu left the village 2 days later. They said he went to stay with relatives in the city. He never came back. That should have been the end. But it wasn't. The silence started the night after her burial. Usually, after a burial, people sit outside. They talk. They comfort the family. That night, everyone locked their doors early. No generator sounds. No radios. No talking. Even the insects sounded faint. I lay on my mat, staring at the ceiling. And I heard the scream again. In my head. Then I heard a knock. Soft. 3 slow taps. I froze. My mother slept beside me. She did not move. Another 3 taps. I gathered courage and looked through the window. No one was there. But then, I heard something. Not outside. Inside my head. You were there. My heart began to race. You heard it. The voice was calm. Not angry. Just certain. The next morning, I saw fear on other faces. Nobody spoke first. Then old Mama Ifoni said quietly, "Did anyone hear anything last night?" Silence. One man nodded. A woman began to cry. We all heard it. The same words. You were there. For weeks, it continued. Not every night. But enough. People began to fall sick. headaches, sleeplessness, fear. One man went to the police in town to report Chinedu. He came back quiet. There is no proof, they said. No witness. That word stayed with me. Witness. I was one. I heard the scream. I saw him follow her. But I said nothing. One evening, I went to the shrine alone. I stood there shaking. And I said out loud, I was there. Nothing happened. No wind. No sound. But something inside me felt lighter. 2 days later, I told my father the truth. He was angry. He said, "Do you want to destroy this family?" I replied, "It is already destroyed." Slowly, others began to speak. A boy said he saw Chinedu drag her. A woman said she saw him washing his hands at the stream, shaking. The silence broke. Police came again. This time, with statements. Chief Okeke tried to stop it. But people were no longer afraid. Chinedu was arrested months later in the city. The case went on for years. He was found guilty. Chief Okeke lost his position. The village changed. But it was never the same. We learned something that year. The silence was louder than the scream. The whisper we heard at night was not a ghost. It was our own guilt. That was the night the village went silent. And it stayed silent until we told the truth.